Vanakkam and welcome to Sudarshan's podcast. I'm Sudarshan, the host. Today I have sorry. Today I have Ashutosh, who is the co-founder and CEO of Revrag. They do build sales agent and onboarding agent, and they are one among the talk of the town in Bangalore startup scene now. Hey Ashu, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sudarshan. Thank you so much for inviting me. Looking forward to the podcast.
Right. So, how are you feeling to sit on the other side? You do run a podcast, you are a host, you're talking to people. Now, how are you feeling?
So I think I'm taking it kind of a similar way. It is kind of a chat, so I would love to know more about you and share my thoughts as well. So I think uh, I have been now become quite comfortable in doing podcast. Earlier, like it was something that I was trying, but now I'm like, uh, okay, in doing podcast. But I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah. So, I think I've seen in one of your LinkedIn posts that you
Uh,
were in MG Road or somewhere, but I think, okay, for listeners' context, before Revrag, Ashu was
yeah,
doing multiple other things. He was one of the earliest PM in Slinton that was
yeah.
acquired. Um, uh, and before that, he tried multiple things to consumer companies, tech, and things like that. And right before Revrag, he done a small consumer company to motivate uh, savings. Blance, right, Ashu?
Yeah, it was planned. So
Yes.
before this, I was like me, Neeraj, Pankaj, all my co-founders were building uh plants where we were actually doing recurring investments, or you can say recurring deposits for the tier two, tier three cities of India. We call them Bharat, right? Bharat one, Bharat two. Uh, uh, and it was majorly like for people who earn in a daily wages of sort, right? So it was something that we were trying. It didn't hit, uh, and we were struggling because of the growth that we were seeing. We were not able to fly, and the revenue was smaller. So we decided to like pivot, and then we pivoted into Revrag. And yeah, since Revrag, I think things have been good. We've been doing uh, like we've been doing good so far, and we have good customers, good design partners to basically help them whatever we are building. And when we started, the AI scene was on, and we had the founder market fit, so we decided to jump into generative AI, and that too into revenue of sort, because I was having my background into Slintel and Six Sense, and we had Neeraj, we had Pankaj uh, had been a like a data science guy, started his career as in AI ML. So yeah, it made sense for us to start Revrag.
Awesome. Can we talk a little more on Blance? But also one thing I want to address is you're kind of acting shy. But I seen one of your posts somewhere. I think MG or something. You were holding a mic and talking to a person. Is that
Yeah.
you or you did that? Okay, what happened exactly?
No, so in Blance, what we used to do was we used to go to multiple places in either MG Road, Agara Lake, where the people are like
Okay.
coming and chilling, right? So we used to go and ask them multiple questions related to their finances. How are they handling finances? Whether they know much about finance or not, and what type of loans do they have? What type of savings do they do? Or what type of NPS do they have? So on and so forth. So like multiple questions related to that, and even like quizzes related to finance, right? And give them cash if they win something. So it was
Right.
crazy. It
Right.
was very good. Used to like talk to a lot of folks. Did more than like hundreds of interviews on street. So
Mm.
interesting journey with plans.
Mm. What happened then? You said, of course, it didn't grow as you expected.
Yeah.
But why? What do you think? you targeted the wrong audience, or why you did that pivot?
I think yeah, you're right. So fish is the last person to discover water, right? And in hindsight, if you see things, you see 20 by 20, right? So majorly what I think, and we even think when we meet me and all my co-founders, that I think TG was one of the issues, and at the same time revenue was the issue, and we didn't wanted to build a startup which was raising every 6 months or 3 months, right?
Mm,
So we wanted to build a sustainable model, and the revenues were very gleamy. It was like 10 paisa, 5 paisa, uh, and 50 paisa, 1 rupees of sort, right? Because it was daily savings, and it can like range from 50 to uh, like 50 to 100 to 200 of sort, right? Used to even do like monthly, but again, the check sizes, or you can say the money that was
mm,
getting into our bank account was very, very small.
mm,
Uh, and we had a show to run. So at some point, we decided that it is the right time to pivot. Otherwise, we'll lose all the money and we'll not have anything to basically pursue. So we took that decision, went into starting Revrag. I think it was a good decision that we took,
yeah.
because uh, for an entrepreneur, it is very important that, and even for the founder, any type of founder, it is very important that you are enjoying the journey. It should be like you will get stress a day in, day out, but it should not be taking a toll on your head in terms of that you will not be able to make it. So, if something like this is happening day in, day out, then you have to think uh,
Mm,
what are some ways that you can uh, create more probability of success, right? You have to
right.
increase your probability of success every time,
Mm,
every time, every time, with every iteration, with every new learning that you get. So I think that was our bit. Uh, it has been like 2 years since I started as an entrepreneur,
mm,
right? And 6 month in journey of like Revrag. So I think we are compounded as a team overall,
mm,
as we now think uh, problems from first principles whenever we like basically go about it.
mm,
And for Revrag, it has been quite a good journey so far. We have investors who believe in us. We have customers who believe in us. We have team which is solid. Yeah, I'm like on the team. I'm super proud. I've done a lot of mistakes in hiring as well, but
okay.
I think uh, really good people around us now. Yeah.
So you did Blance for 1.5 years. How many of you there?
Yeah. As of now, we are like 10 people strong here.
Right. The same 10 people you worked with for Blance, or you did any I mean, like change the team, rehired people, or anything happen in between?
Yeah, I think there were few people who like left because we were not building fintech anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a fintech, so people wanted to like continue.
Mm,
But didn't wanted to continue. Few people wanted to continue. So I think the people who believed in the founding team and the uh, and in the vision that we want to make something big, right? Want to make a tent, or want to make something which is useful for others. So they stayed. I think 2 to 3 people left, and we added new 2 to 3 people, which are like
awesome.
again great folks around us. Yeah.
So how was it, Shu? Because you have to convince your co-founders. Are you like back then when you are doing Blance by any investors or angels?
Yeah. So through and through, when
Mm,
we started, we were backed by Powerhouse Ventures. They have
mm,
been instrumental in our journey. They uh, have kept supporting us in every way possible, right? Uh, I think awesome investors couldn't ask for better ones of sort, right? And yeah, I think uh, what we have done is we have run our ship very frugally, right?
mm,
And spent wherever it is needed, not overspent anywhere. That's why we are standing here strong after two
mm,
years as well,
mm,
right? And yeah, man. So we as a founder, I think that I have a responsibility of spending in that area, right? So we run frugal
True.
ship
Uh,
and uh, and try to make a try to compound with every decision of sort, with
mhm,
every learning, with every experiment. We think that okay, if we are building a startup, it is all about experimentation. At the same time, going deep into a problem, right? Finding all the insights that probably you know better than others. So that is what we are trying with Revrag, right? And good thing is that uh, after certain iterations in Revrag as well, now we are able to find a place where even Blance's journey has helped us, right? So
oh,
we built a fintech, right, which was a financial product,
mhm,
and we built a solid onboarding funnel when we were building
mhm.
Blance, right? We solved KYC better than others.
True. Yeah, true, true. Mm,
We solved a lot of small things very awesome while we were building Blance in onboarding, especially, right? So, and even that first-hand experience that we took in Blance is actually now helping us to cater our customers, which are focused on BFSI and fintechs, insurtech, right? So,
got it.
uh,
Got it.
so I think
Mm,
this has given me personally, because I was not from the background of fintech.
mhm,
Neeraj was from the background of fintech. He used to work in like MoneyView, uh, Zype, and Gain Credit lending products, right? So for me, it was first-hand experience, and so I basically now understand how a lending product works, how insurance product work, how asset product works, how a liability product works, right? So all that combined together, we are able to understand and basically offer a better solution uh, to our customers, and that's why we actually landed and built an AI agent, which is an AI onboarding agent, assisting people to basically get activated for lending, for loans, for insurance, for other financial instrument like
mm,
cards and all.
mm. Awesome. Yep. You did say that Blance helped you to focus specifically on the BFSI industry and specifically on the onboarding side of them. But I'm just curious that what made you start Blance, because you are a B2B SaaS PM, right? Uh,
Yeah,
what made you take the decision like back then? Uh, because day and night you will be seeing what's happening in a B2B product.
you're right.
You went out of the box and
You're
want
right.
to solve a different thing. What made you do that? And what gave you that guts to do that also?
Right. I think it was not my, like, being very honest, it was not my first hand experience that I was trying to basically
Mhm.
build on. Uh, it was Neeraj's, because Neeraj has a very good experience in like fintech space, and at that time, like, everybody saves and tries to basically do better with their money, right? So I think that nitty gritties I have seen while we were building a Blance, right? I had seen my mother saving, I had seen my sisters saving, and basically saving small bits and basically then building it better and basically using that thing to basically buy products. And that was the save now, buy later, all the thought process. And even your recurring investment, recurring deposit, small chunk of money being saved and basically for the better purposes. So that was the thought process. And even eh, we believed in that India is kind of a savings country, where like people save uh, for gold, and jar was one of the examples that took at that time. We believed that okay, same can be done for banking products, right? So that was our thesis initially. Um but during the journey, we tried our best hand in understanding, building a product, and working with customers. Then we landed and understood, okay, uh, more sort of that it requires a lot of funds in order to actually build a bigger business, right? So we intentionally took a decision that we will not try to raise for this type of a business,
Okay.
and we will try something which excites us more. Uh, After 1.5 years, we had good AUM as well
Mm-hmm.
while we were uh, like uh, trying to
Mm.
build that, right? So, and then when we wrapped up, we returned on the money that we got from our customers, and we separated ways from those customers and
Okay.
gave them
Mm.
back their money. And few of them were all few of them were not able to take out the money because they didn't enter the bank account. So we still run
Mm.
that app so that people
Okay.
can come and
Right.
basically enter their bank account and take out their
Right.
money. So
Uh,
that is something that we still do. But yeah, that has been a journey. And
mm.
as I said, it has for a founder, I think every learning is a compounding one for sure.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Is any one of your team members still taking care of what's happening in Blance?
No, it's a on demand thing, right? So
Okay.
if let
Mm.
because it's a working product,
Yeah.
uh, and after the last maturity that will happen,
Mm.
we will start to shut down that app. So
Right.
once the maturities are done and everything, and we will give it to the partner that we had at time. So yeah,
Mm.
that's the plan.
Awesome. Right. Okay, now we'll come to Revrag. So after
That's right.
1.5 years, yeah, you took the decision to move on and build something, right? Uh,
Right.
I think you made a decision to try out something in B2B, I assume. What are the different problems you wanted to work on, and why did you pick Revrag?
I think when we were pivoting and we decided to pivot, it was not clear what to pick. First of
Mm.
all, we did a 4x4 chart where uh, we decided on four things for sure that okay, it should be a founder market fit.
Mhm.
First, second, it should be technological. It should not be operational. We don't want it to do anything that requires operations, a lot of field work or sort. We wanted to build something which can be done by 10 people team of sort. So that was the thought process. Third was that we will do something in AI. That became very clear because AI was the advent, and why not to ride on AI and when everything is going to be powered by AI, right? So uh, at that moment, we were very clear that we will be building in AI. Uh, Fourth was that it should be B2B
Right.
because
That's
I
your
was
from your end.
yeah, right. It was
Uh,
my end, and I think slowly and gradually in my career, I have realized that I want to drive. If I want to drive more, then I should know that type of a knowledge. So in before Blance, I also tried one more hand where I was not the CEO. I was the product guy. Then I learned, okay, I need to be the CEO. Okay, then I became the CEO. Then uh, if I'm doing sales, then I need to own that sales. So that's how we landed into B2B, right? So it has been iterations, it has been journeys so far, right? So raising money to uh, basically building a team to building GTM, learning marketing, learning sales. Product was easy to me because I have been
yeah.
doing product for very long
Mm.
time. But sales was not easy for me, on that to enterprise sales, right? Enterprise sales is not at all easy. Requires you requires a lot of guts,
Yeah.
uh lot of strategy as well,
Mm.
and even marketing was not that easy for me. But I think as a founder, you learn until
Mm.
you
Mm.
you fail until you learn. It's that it's like that, right? So
Mm.
uh did a lot of juggling with all of that. I now I like it, I don't I don't do product. I really enjoy sales.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
I only do sales. I give my feedback to product because Neeraj is
Mm.
doing product, but I interact with customers and do certain product, but not that not that deep as Neeraj is doing. I take care of sales and marketing of sort, and I enjoy doing sales literally. So this is a shift from, and I got to know about my. I recently wrote a post as well about me realizing that I am a B2B uh, founder rather than a B2C founder, right? So I think that has been a learning and learning about myself that okay, I can do sales. So that is something that I learned.
Right. I don't think I personally feel that product guys can do sales uh, well because they know product end to end more than a salesperson. If you are articulate enough, I think you can do it, right? Because other than that, where you fall short when you started doing sales, when you went on demo, I believe you must have done demos in your six sense and slinter times too. But what you were doing extra here and where you fall short?
I think so. I think it one thing that I've learned for sure. I totally agree and resonate with your point that a product manager can do great job in sales. That I agree. Even a engineer can do a great job in sales, right?
Engineers
An
don't talk.
engineer,
That's the problem.
but there
Most
are
engineers do.
engineers who like Zuckerberg is a good seller, right? So he's a good founder. He's a great seller of sort. Kind of, he sold everything to people around us, right? So, but
Yeah.
the point is that what I'm trying to make is that yes, you a product manager can do sales, but the point is that you have to structure it. So you have to learn how to structure deals. You have to learn how to structure your uh, sales cycle. These are the tough things that comes with experience actually. And
True.
uh, so structuring when to follow up, structuring what to write, structuring the deal, structuring the contract, structuring all of that, I think is something that you learn for sure, even if it is a product manager or even if it is a any seller for the first time, right? But this is something that has been a learning for me because I have never done that piece in my life, right? So
Right.
that was something that was being done by the sellers in my team, right? So I used to go on sales calls for sure, but I used to like talk to the sellers, I used to talk to the customers, I used to talk to like uh, the sales team and the customer success team. I was talking to everyone, uh, but the point is, when you have a job to close a deal, is it's a very
Yeah.
different thing. You have a responsibility to bring that guy in, solve their problem, explain them the product, get them converted, follow up, convert, contract. That's that. I think this is a journey, and you learn it every step. So
Again,
this is
in case of
something, yeah,
yeah, in case of enterprise customers, it's brutal, right? You have to go behind
yeah,
them for 6 8 months.
absolutely. I think
Yeah.
bigger logos to crack bigger logos, it's not easy. But in the time, what I've seen with AI that is happening is access to enterprise customer is easier now as compared to like earlier because they are
Okay.
also hungry in terms of like uh, using AI, exploring AI,
Okay.
and they want to use. So getting a POC, getting a pilot, if you are actually solving a problem, probably you might be able to get that. And for so that is something that I have realized while selling,
Okay.
right? So I think earlier it might have been very brutal. I think it would have been like 10 times more brutal. It is not that brutal now with the AI thing because they also want to try, they also want to
Okay.
explore, they also want to see ki, okay, what is there and uh, with with the thing that you are offering. But it should be
Right.
valuable because you will not get a deal until you pilot with larger
Okay.
logos,
Mm.
because in AI the value is also not clear. So you have
Yeah.
to prove the ROI. You and that is why we basically shifted from AI SDR to selling AI sales agent and AI onboarding agent to the thing that we really know is a technology problem, not an
Right.
intent problem per se,
Mm.
right? So, uh, because showing ROI in an enterprise deal is the key. If you are not showing ROI, you might take entry today,
Mm.
but you'll be churned out after 3 to 6 month time period of
Right.
sort. So,
Right.
and what our thought process is, we are building a company which is going to stay here.
Mm.
Sustainable billing should be there, right? So we think, whenever we think about billing, we think in the perspective, from the perspective of that it should be sustainable billing, should
Okay.
not be churned at any moment of time, at least for 2 years. So that is the thought process. Until we see, okay, somebody made a very, so like, the technology in itself is changed, right? So we should be relevant, we should be solving a problem, and should be a sustainable billing.
Right. Right. Okay. I just want to talk, touch on few of the things you said. You said enterprise selling become more easier in the recent days, but I have a contradictory opinion on that. Because see, whenever you sell to an enterprise customer, there it goes. There are multiple touch points, multiple decision makers involved, and also there will be security and compliance checks happens,
Right.
and we are building something totally new, and we are figuring out a lot of things. How are they ready to adapt something like this? I believe that I so far believe that SMBs are someone who will be quicker to adapt to something like this. They won't be seeing all this. They want quick results, but just want to double uh,
No, no, absolutely. SMBs
click
will
on what you
always
said.
be
Yeah.
ready. Yeah, yeah. So, uh, you're right. SMB will always be ready to basically experiment. So as your mid market, right?
Mm.
But the point that I am trying to make here is that earlier, let's say a cycle was, let's say, 8 months or 1 year of sort with a enterprise company. It has decreased from 8 months to, let's say, a s- 4
4 months, three
months of,
months. Mm.
yeah. So
Right. Right.
and this has happened just because they also want to try AI, right? And if you are, and this has only happened to the people who are offering AI, is
Okay.
what my is what
Mm.
my uh like hypothesis is, right? Because it is
Right.
happening to me, and it is happening to all the other founders that I talk are selling AI, right? So uh so so it is just that the this getting a demo part has
Mm-hmm.
decreased.
Right.
If you're
Okay.
selling an AI which is useful for their team, for their use cases, they might give you a POC
Yeah.
and a demo. So getting a demo, let's say
Mm.
earlier it used to take, let's say, 6 months to get a demo.
Mm.
Today you might be able to like get that in like 2 months of time
Right.
of sort. So something of that
Mm.
sort. So it has decreased,
Mm.
but touch points will remain the same.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And another thing said you want a sustainable billing, right? And recently seeing all this outcome-based pricing, result-based pricing, and also you said in between we have to provide the right ROI. And
Right.
how it is changing, Ashu? Because I'm not someone who is selling out that, right? I just want
Yeah.
to take your view. Like, is companies really okay with seat-based selling or usage-based selling now, or like how are they taking in something like that?
Uh, I think again, like with the new advent of AI, right?
Mhm.
People are ready to try new pricing as well.
Okay.
And we sell on the usage based pricing, right?
Mm.
Uh, we're not there yet on the like result or outcome based pricing, but it is usage based pricing. And when you are a platform, it makes sense to have a usage based pricing rather than if you've been selling only one product, one thing. Uh, you can go to outcome based pricing
Yeah.
as well. But if you have a platform which actually encapsulates a lot of small things as well, then you have to actually go on the usage based pricing. And there should be a like platform currency of sort. I don't know, like this is something that we are trying, but and I think nobody is there yet.
Okay.
People will figure out pricing. It's a new type of thing that is happening. So even Valley has not figured out the pricing part. Everybody is discussing, everybody is talking about it. So uh, outcome based pricing for sure, but uh, usage based, I think people have already started doing it.
Yeah.
So that is where we are also doing that, right? And slowly and gradually, market might move to outcome based pricing, but I don't see for us what would be it. I don't see it right now.
Right. Right. Okay. Yep. Now we'll talk about some product side of things.
Right.
Yep. Now you are a dad of Yama and Sophie, sales and onboarding agents. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So who is the first bonder? Emma, Sophie, or someone else?
Yeah. So I think Emma was the first, and it was an AI SDR. Earlier, we used to sell to SaaS products. Uh, we used to sell to companies who are selling B2B and to enterprise B2B of sort, a software of sort, right? Uh, we tried our hand in selling an AI agent, which is an AI SDR uh, of sort, right? Uh, there, what we felt, and we did like 25 plus POCs, pilots. We got 100K ARR there, right? Initially, like
How
in like
many
three to
customers are there?
three to four
Okay.
customers,
Ah,
and good ones in India as well, big logos. But slowly and gradually, we started realizing that everybody will churn. Uh, and why they will churn? Because see, the problem that we were solving was majorly related to intent, as in how can I solve intent for you? As in, I can write best email that, let's say, your SDR is writing. I can write best LinkedIn sequence as well for you, and uh, email response rates are decreasing. There is so much noise. There's so much noise.
yeah.
There is so much noise in
Right.
the email segment. There is so much noise even starting to build in the LinkedIn segment, right? So what we felt that cold is something, I think we wanted to like started to getting like avoid. Uh,
Okay.
and we didn't realize it then.
Okay.
We realized it once we started doing other type of POCs as well, right? So the thought process, and we did experiments with 25 clients. The response rates were close to like 1%, 2%,
Okay.
3% max. Going, for some, it was like 4, 5, not significant results. We tried doing agency model. We tried doing only product model. We tried
Mm.
all the things, right? So what we landed on was that it is not a technology problem, and I might be wrong. See, I'm not saying that I'm right. Uh, there are companies which are building
Ashu, sorry to
ASDR.
interrupt. You said
Yeah,
maximum 4% of response. When comparing the human, I mean, like SDRs, real human
right.
SDRs, emails and Revrag's email back then, what's the difference? Like, how much response rate this real SDRs were getting?
Right. So it actually depends on a lot of product, what type of product you are selling, what type of persona you are selling to. Do you have the right data? Do you have the right data, and then you have the right intent from that, or a lot of signals? Man, it is like multiple things at play.
Right.
So, and for some cases we were doing good, for some cases we are not able to go good. So any which ways they will churn, right? So
Right.
a- and you can't know a product whether it will be a good product or a bad product, right?
Right.
So
Right.
because, and we have to do justice for everyone. So if they are coming and buying AI SDR, then we have to give it to them. We don't have an option that you are trying to find which is the vertical which might suit us, which is the TG that might suit us. We tried all our hand, but the problem that we again and again uh, getting out of our hand was data, at the same time intent, at the same time uh, uh, crowded emails, right? So that was something that we thought, okay, is there a way I can either go somewhere where emails are not crowded, right? Or go somewhere where uh, people, if Emma is reaching out to them, then they might listen to Emma, right? Something of that sort. To sell to someone who reaches out to, let's say, restaurants, right? Because restaurant owner, if they are getting an email, uh, they are not bombarded with the emails, right? So, but a CRO of a good cybersecurity companies might be bombarded with a lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
emails, right? So we tried all our hands, and then uh, luckily we did a POC with one player in India, uh, which was which the founder told me that, okay, these are the 5 problems. If you can solve for me, I'm game and I'll give you the contract, right? So, and it was uh, not in my product roadmap at that time. It was like after 3 months or 4 months, we thought like, okay, we'll do it, but later. But we had a chat with that founder, and he said, okay, you do it for me. We are game, right? We did that. We
You
saw some
onboarded them
results.
as any design partner before you start working on
Yes.
the features? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we onboarded them as a design partner. We started the POC, built the product in like a week's time. The thing that we were chatting about, and then gave them a reactivation agent of sort. React is a kind of a sales agent,
Okay.
uh, and which was voice first, not email first. Now we were text heavy. We were doing text automation and LLM AI agent of sort, right? So then we did voice,
Right.
and we did the testing with them. We saw amazing results, and we saw the ROI, and that's when we thought, okay, let's do it for multiple people, because it can be like a biased thing, and we can do it for others as well. So let's try more. So we tried like 4 to 5 more people. Again, same results, good results. Then we started going mid of the funnel of sort. We were top of the funnel, then we started going mid of the funnel, where like onboarding lies, right? So
Okay.
we then realize, okay, the problem is not a sales problem, it is more sort of an onboarding problem
Right.
as well. So we divided agents into 2 parts. One is a sales
Awesome.
agent, one is an onboarding agent. So we did both the testings, and both the agents were working really good in that segment, that type of product. uh, so then slowly and gradually we realized, okay, BFSI sector is something that is working for us. With those with those two agents, sales agent and onboarding agent, we saw, okay, uh, like in lending, what happens is that uh, there are people who want to get loan, uh,
Mhm.
and it's a pull product, so it's not a
Yeah.
push product. So people on the top of the funnel, there is no problem. So you have like lead qualification problem, you have drop off problem, you have offer acceptance problem, right? So you have to reach out to all of them, give assistance, get your conversions up. So that was the thing that we realized later, and built an onboarding agent for BFSI financial tools like lending, insurance, cards, and everything, right? So, and we sold it to a lot of BFSI players in India.
Cool. So, like, okay, if I take your revenue, how much of it is coming from BFSI alone?
Now we only focus on BFSI. So I
Right.
and we the logos that we had of 100K ARR, we actually refunded
Mm.
those money that we took from
Right.
P2P SaaS
Yeah.
companies,
SaaS companies.
right?
Mm.
Right.
Right.
So,
Right.
and there were few sales services companies as well, but who all were doing like B2B sales of sort. We refunded Emma's money, or like
Mm.
the contracts that we did. We changed the outlook of Emma. Uh,
Mhm.
we made her. more voice first, and there was one more agent that uh, came into existence, which was Sophie, which was AI onboarding agent of sort.
Yeah, understood. Right, like Ashu, you're talking about design partners you had, right? You had
Right.
any design partners away? I mean, other than fintech, other than B2B SaaS, who you tried but that didn't work?
HR tech,
Mm-hmm.
HR tech, ed tech, uh, HR tech, ed tech, wedding tech,
Oh, nice.
uh, and hospitality, multiple.
Right, right, right. So, like, what made you? Of course, you went a little more on B2B SaaS side. That didn't work for you. Then you only focused on fintech. Um, but yeah, I just want to talk about this design partner side of things. Um,
Okay.
uh, I think I haven't spoke about that so far with any other speakers. So how was it like in the beginning? I think you must have brought in Six Sense when you tried SDR agent back then. Like who others you got in?
In AI SDR space, you were
Yeah,
asking, right?
yeah.
So we had a contract just getting through with even upgrade in India.
Oh,
So
nice.
uh, we had good logos. We had Yeti Consulting, which is a big company in India selling to banks. Which we had JSAT automation. We had uh, a lot of SaaS AI startups as well. Uh, yeah, so multiple companies I think were there, and we were doing POCs with them. 4 to 5 were contracted,
Mm.
and then we returned the money. Yeah, so I think
Right. Right.
it was actually the inflection point was that uh, the pilots were actually getting increased, and there was no such ROI getting through in the first run, second run, third run. Then
Right.
that's why they were getting increased, right? But with the second approach, when we did the ICP change,
Mm.
ICP, it was an ICP change, right? A
Mm.
slight product change and ICP change that we did,
True.
right?
True. Mm.
And when we did that, I think that's when things started getting into shape, and we started getting a good ROI, seeing the product working, uh, and solving real problems, uh, showing ROI, which can actually get you contracts, right? So showing good contracts, showing good ROI for the contracts, and that it is a sustainable billing. That is what, that is how
Mm.
we realize, okay, it should be a sustainable billing, right? It should not be like I can take them in today, but they might slip away after 3 months. So yeah, that's the thought process. Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. Now you have Emma and Sophie. You are sales and onboarding agent. I believe, okay, of course, you sell Emma to sales leaders. When it comes to onboarding, okay, in fintech side, who will be
Majorly,
owning
we
the
sell
product?
to, yeah, we sell to majorly product people or growth
Mhm.
people of
Okay.
sort who are
Mm.
taking care of the sales funnel end to end, right?
Got it. Got
Because
it. Mm.
because it is a sales agent that sits
Mm.
on the top of the funnel of sort, and then there is onboarding agent which is basically helping you activate your customers, right? Which are dropped or need assistance or any sort of uh that thing you want to collect documents, you want to get their KYC completed. They were not able to understand what you were trying to do with your product. There was some problem with your funnel, right? So that agent can help those customers get activated. A sales agent is basically helping you qualify those leads, profile those leads, set up some appointments, take payments, so on and so forth. So it can also do your uh, upselling, cross-selling, renew,
Right.
renewals, and
Right.
a few other things. So it's a it's a it's a it's a kind of a suit uh, just for BFSI and
Mm.
fintechs, insurtech companies that okay they can use these two agents to increase their revenue of sort.
Got it.
Uh,
Got it.
with onboarding agent, they can like it's a low hanging fruit because a customer is already in your sales funnel. Now you have to support him to get activated first. Sales agent helps you increase more people into your sales funnel, right? So that is how we basically do these pieces.
Are you having any plans to build a retention agent or something that sorts maybe in the future?
As
Because the
as
funnel goes like
as
that,
a
right? Mm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think we are not willing to go in retention as of now. We are
Mhm.
very much focused to go very, very deep into onboarding and sales. So we want to build out the best sales and onboarding agent on this planet for BFSI, Fintech, and InsurTech. That is the focus that we have currently, and we see that it's an immensely big opportunity, and at the same time it is very deep problem, right? So imagine like we are able to tell the product managers, okay, where is your onboarding funnel uh, problematic, how can you improve it? Imagine that a video plus audio feedback is given to a product manager to understand, okay, there is something that is wrong with my product, and
Right.
user feedback is also being transferred to that customer. So an AI agent which can uh, actually help you increase your conversions, at the same time can help you uh, like better your onboarding funnel, right? So that is the thought process that we have for onboarding AI agent. And similarly for sales agent, it is like this agent can actually understand the intent of your customer, which is the right customer for you, suitable or not. Uh, help them help your customers with consultative selling approach that
Mm.
okay, this is the product that you should go after. Something like not mis-selling, upselling, not mis-selling, sorry, not mis-selling of the product, which majorly happens in insurance, right? Uh, and even in other financial products as well. So yeah, that's the case.
Mm. Okay, how much it is accurate? Of course, we are getting there, but how much it is accurate when it don't uh, missell or do such things? Because human do errors, machine don't. But want to ask, go deep on that.
I so I think errors are there, like meaning uh, it is 95% accurate per se. There are some problems that you still occur, and due time you'll reach like 99.99% accuracy. But the point is that it runs on the guardrails put by you, right? So it will not abuse the customer.
Right.
It will not say things which you don't want your customer, like which you don't want your team to say to your customers. The customer experience is well controlled, governed,
Right.
and within compliance and security. So I think that is the best piece. And when we chat with a lot of leaders out there, right? P&L leaders, they actually worry about the governance piece. They actually worry about the experience that their customers are actually having, right? So and they sit on like huge volumes, right? Because it's BFSI sector, and there are huge volumes that are coming in every day, like millions of customers, millions of users. So they don't want to like get into trouble. Uh, Even so, they have contact centers today, which are doing their job, but they want better control. They want better optimization on cost. They want better optimization on efficiency. They want scale. They want control, so on and so forth. So yeah, that is there for sure.
Got it. Awesome. Yep. Okay. You said not focusing on retention agent. And I think I initially told you that support is something low hanging fruit. Everyone are building agents, support agents out there. So what's in your plan? What's in your roadmap? Just strengthening what you have, or like you're planning to bring in more agents to the
I think
base?
we've realized that we want to be in sales. We are not going to touch customer support as of now. uh, we thought that we'll be doing. But we have a agent, customer support agent, which can do stuff, but we don't want to like go in customer support angle. We want to go more into sales and onboarding first. Where like we are trying to build agents where we can support the field sales agents as well. So example would be like a lot of BFSI companies have field sales support as well, right? So we are trying to build something there. Probably let's see what happens, but this is
Field
something. So
sales agent. Okay. Interesting.
right. So let's say there is an insurance seller in your locality, and he's trying to sell to your locality, right? So how can he learn 10,000 insurance? He can't do that, right? So he needs
Okay.
support. Uh, he needs training. He needs an agent which can basically help him sell better of sort, right? So that is the thought process that we have currently. But as of now, we are not, we're not very sure whether it will work out or not. But we are doing a POC with a partner. So let's see what pans out.
Right. Whatever you're saying sounds like a training agent more than a field sales agent, or you just spoke a small scope of that, or
Yeah, I think it is not a training agent per se. It is a
Mhm.
support agent of sort for
Right.
salespeople. Example would be like, let's say you want to sell to someone and you want the better product for them. So you can ask that agent, okay, uh, I want an insurance for Sudarshan who is like X year old, lives in this society, earns this much. What would be the better product for him? Right? And that agent basically recommends a product to you, and basically you can go and sell with a pitch that this agent has been able to give you, and then you can also learn from that kind of an agent immediately, right? So basically selling these agents to BFSI sector of sort, but uh, still we want to focus more on onboarding and sales. That is the piece that we have.
Got it. Awesome. Thanks, Ashok. Thanks for doing this, and all the very best for Revrag.
Thank you so much, Sudarshan. Great chatting with you. Thank you so much for hosting me. Thanks.